obviously getting ready for a game. How are you physically after so many games in a row?
It's a good question, right, Matt? I'm feeling good. I'm excited to play another match. It's a quality side that we're facing, but three big games in a short amount of time is great for me. We honestly practice less and play more, which is a good thing in my book.
Saw your big bro save someone's life on the Galaxy plane. Have you talked to him or got the story on that?
I chatted with him a little bit. It was a very busy day for him, a very long day because of the travel. But I heard that I'm not sure if she wasn't breathing or something was happening, and they went through the process of CPR and she got revived. And I haven't heard anything since, but they stopped in Vegas, and obviously a very proud moment for my brother and the LA Galaxy medical team and the doctor that was on board. But it's a scary moment, but soccer is a small world, and it's really nice and satisfying to hear that the soccer world can help a person in that manner.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more physicality out of you. Is that something that you wanted to focus during the off season?
Not necessarily. I think I focus more on playing on the ball. I don't get into tackles in practice or in games, in preseason games, so it's not something that I really focus on. But when the game requires it, I think you have to play in that way. I knew Chivas was going to play man-to-man and very physical. Their pressing was very difficult to deal with, so at times you had to create a tackle or win a duel and break the line of pressure that they had. So my mindset for that game was definitely to play a little bit more aggressive, but it's not necessarily something I train.
Aside from the physicality, maybe something in the lines of being a leader in case there's the opposition is coming too strong in your players. You're typically the first one out there to kind of calm it down. Is something that you've worked on this season, kind of a leadership role when Ozzie's not there, who's typically that person?
Yeah, I think in terms of leader, I want to be more vocal and I want to play a bigger part on the team. It's tough when Ozzie's gone. We don't necessarily have that enforcer, so sometimes I do have to play in that way. But in that situation with Nico, my mom gave me a lot of crap and she doesn't like it, but sometimes those things are necessary for the game. It's not necessarily to pick a fight or hit someone. It's to send a message that you can't hit your best player. So obviously I don't want to get carded for those situations and don't want to be involved, but when it's necessary, I feel like I have to do it.
When you see that, looking back on film, are you kind of surprised at how aggressive you were? Or
yeah, when I saw the GIF right after on Twitter, and I realized that I kind of went at a pretty high velocity, but I had a lot of guys behind me supporting me and having my back, but I thought the ref handled it fairly well. There wasn't too much chaos after, and I felt like the message was kind of sent.
Are you getting any feedback? Are you getting any feedback from your players in terms of your physicality?
No, from Gonzo a little bit. He was pretty happy with the situation itself. How it played out. Soccer's a game. Nothing's personal on the field. There's a lot of emotion and calls that don't necessarily go your way, and you don't feel like it goes your way. So. It's nothing personal. I talked to all the players afterwards. Like it's like we didn't have any bad situation on the field. So in that sense, it's pretty good. But Gonzo, spoke to me a little bit and said, he thought that I made the right move.
On the human side of things, how fired up are you to play in front of 50,000 rabid fans on Wednesday? Obviously, CenturyLink Field, it's a home base, but you're going to have 50,000 possibly right on top of you, and they're a great fan base. On the human side of things, how's that? Are you fired up?
Fired up for not only the fans that we're going to play against, well, the team and the fans that we're going to play against, but also the the individual players and how I can match up to them, how our team can match up to them. I mean, obviously their payroll is a lot more than ours, and you know, they've historically been known as a better team, but you know, at the present moment, I feel pretty good about our chances in playing in front of their fans. You know, I think we have the quality of players, and you know, it's going to be a hostile environment, just like when they played here. But we've seen those type of environments, and we're ready for this challenge.
After playing the match and then watching the tape, what did you learn about Chivas?
Well, they're a team that is very fit. They ran quite a bit. They were playing almost man-to-man at times, and at times we were pinned in because we couldn't find that pass. But, you know, I thought they had a lot of quality in the midfield and in the back. They played out of situations really well. I thought they were very technical, and, you know, it's going to be a different animal once we play in Guadalajara.
What did you and Gustav do well to slow down that dynamic midfield, and how can you carry that into the second leg?
I think Gustav and I mean, what we've been training is kind of eliminating the midfield, the 20-yard space where they can really hurt you. They have a guy like Pulido that can turn in 1 second and get a shot off. So we try to play inside out, let them play outside, and trying to avoid those really crafty attacking midfielders to turn and get a shot off or get a chance on goal.